Hello there and welcome back to another video. Today we do have the city update, but I've started a lot of my videos recently with a face intro and I'm not quite sure why this has started, but let me know if you enjoy it down below. It just adds a face to all the builds you're seeing on this channel and gives me a time to just introduce what the video is about. Like today, where we're turning this fish tank into a modular build for the city. You heard that correctly. We're adding a fish tank to the city, never been done before, first time ever, or at least I think so. So I hope you enjoy the video and let's get on with the build. Now, as you can see, this fish tank that we've built for the city is a 16 by 16 modular. It fits within the other modular builds, and in fact I've added two little plates just on the side here, two tiles that extend it a little bit further, but it works with the 16 by 16 modularness of my city. It's got studs on the bottom, it's got studs here on the top, just the four of them, and the brackets are in fact locked in. So you can get a plate, stick it on top, and of course on top I'll have the rooftop farm, but you can see just all of the fish fit in there. It's a little cramped perhaps, but they do fit. This is built using just the pieces from the Creator Fish Tank set, so I'll probably upload the instructions on Rebrickable, and if I do, there'll be a link in the description. So if not, just let me know, leave a comment, and I'll be sure to make them. But this is an alternative build, which is definitely something different. You can see there's even the submarine in there, which looks like it belongs in the Aquazone range. And I've kept as much detail as I can. Obviously, it's got the smaller space, but you've still got the starfish on the wall over here. All the plants up at the back, which actually make a nice backdrop for these two fish here. And you've even got a few of the other sea life dotted around, and of course the chest, which is what the submarine is diving down into. So before we whack this in the city, there's a few other things we'll be adding today. In a recent pab cup, I picked up these lampposts. They look very wintry, and I don't exactly have a winter wonderland going, so I'm going to make my city as winter themed as I can. And I only had 4 of these white dishes for the top, so they'll be going at the front, but I topped the rest with blue. It's sort of Christmas themed, white and blue. But we also have on top of that a little Christmas tree for the city. And I perhaps will want to make a bigger one, especially towards the start of December. I'll start work on a big Christmas tree for my city. Of course, recent Bricklink order, you've seen the 8x8 plates. And I've also got some carolers that will just be singing around said Christmas tree. So now let's add this to the city. Now, before we add the fish tank, you can see I've just altered the top of this sea life aquarium so that the front and the back don't have any studs protruding, as there is a few snot techniques used in the building the fish tank, and I've just moved the studs to the side, and now this sea life build can go back into the Lego city, which I'm going to try and awkwardly place here. Actually, in fact, before we place that down, we need to keep that removed because we've got some plates and panels for the side, so these grey ones will just clip onto these grey 2x2 that's already placed down. And if I can place it down just one to the right, there we are. You can see that that's holding back all of the rocky wall texture, and I think I might have just knocked Luke down the back, or one of the 2 Lukes, because there is meant to be 2 of them here, but this just finishes up this wall very, very nicely and just completes this whole rocky wall, which I've been working on for a while now, and you can see there from a distance. We'll take a closer look at it in a second, but it does look very nice, and you can still get a minifigure standing there, as there's just over 3 studs of space left. And now we can whack the sea life back, which I'll try and do less awkwardly, but at some point I will have to get that Luke from behind the unit. It's just such a big unit that for now I think it's all right there. And taking a look at the fish tank, you can see underneath, this is the snot technique that I was talking about a second ago, and why we can't have any studs at the front. But you can see just how cool that looks from the front on, and above the sea life, this looks amazing. It looks better than I thought, and I was going to think that it looked too odd. At some point I'll replace this. I think this has earned itself a permanent fixture in my Lego city. So perhaps we'll have to expand it at some point. But it does slot nice on top and it clips in. Or at least it somewhat clips in, as there still seems to be a bit of maneuverability. There we are. Now it's clipped in fully. It is sturdy in there, and that is not going to budge. Again, you can see how the Lego store is a bit smaller than the Sea Life, and then again, the second floor is a bit shallower. This floor is actually the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 studs tall it needs to be, and of course the roof doesn't need to be that big. It's only about 7 studs, but I will be making some extension to the bottom too, or if it looks fine, I might just leave it as, but I still think I want to extend the bottom. And again, we'll take a closer look at this in a sec, because we have a bunch of lampposts that I just want to dot around the city and just make it a bit more Christmassy themed than it currently is. And I think this is the way to do it. So I'm going to do that, time lapse it, and I'll be back in a second. And I've ended up with just one spare lamppost, so I'm not quite sure where I'll add this, but perhaps I can add this just around here, and perhaps on the corner there's just an extra one to light up this extra space of land. So now that the lampposts are out, you can see with the snow it definitely looks a bit more Christmassy, and of course we do have the Christmas tree with the carolers singing here just in the middle of the road. There was a gap in the road, so instead of filling up the pavement, the road will work. And now let's take a closer look at the Lego city. So of course the start of the video is this fish tank. It looks amazing. I'm going to be honest, I didn't expect it to look this good when I was building it. I thought it'd look a bit tacky, especially from the outside with the black typical fish tank edges. It looks amazing. You've got all the fish and all the detail that the original fish tank added. So I'm definitely going to add this to Rebrickable, and I don't know if it will be out by the time this video is, but I will do my best just for you. And you can see to the side, the fences up along it, it really makes that alley quite narrow. So at some point I might perhaps put it one stud back or two. And of course I've got to find the other loop to fit down that dark alley. But it's really coming together. That's the second tower almost done. I've got just the farm roof, which I'll probably do at some point this year. Perhaps add a little pumpkin patch and some snow to make it a bit more autumn wintry themed. And of course the Big Bang Tower, which realistically I could probably finish just by the end of the year. The Big Bang Tower, the Big Bang flat room might just be January. But by early next year, my first 3 towers will be done, and I'll start looking at the CAF, which is the next one. You can see the lampposts line the street very well. Of course, it'd be nice to have the white dishes, but the blue ones will have to do. And we've got the carolers here for Christmas, singing their Christmas songs and having a very jolly time. Just outside this tree though, the tree's a bit small, and I definitely want to build a bigger tree for my city. So there will be more city updates to come this year. Don't worry, this is not the last one, but I think the city's really coming together. I feel like I say that every video, but every video it just adds more, and there's just more to the city. So this will definitely be filled up by next year, and I'm not sure if I'll keep changing it around or if I'll expand it. We've also got the Minecraft scenery over here. It's a mess at the minute. I might make a video updating that, and of course cleaning this space which has been overrun with minifigures for the city. So the city might grow next year. Stay tuned for that. Subscribe for more awesome Lego content. And as always, may the bricks be with you.